We're gonna go to the drafts. We are today. We have decided to draft cereal because that is kind of how the whole thing started. Kind of. Um, yeah, like that's what inspired both of us to like kind of look at each other like, hey, we kind of have a lot of things in common. So
Hmm.
it just kind of seemed appropriate to do the cereal first. Should we go to the draft?
I'm so ready for the draft.
Let's go
I don't
to.
know where this is gonna go.
All right.
All right, I have a wheel. I'm
Five
gonna
v
spin to
five
see.
snake draft. Here's how I'm thinking. I'm like, I only have to eat these five cereals to eat for the rest of my life. That's how I pictured it. I don't know
Hmm.
how you pictured it, but that's how I pictured
Yeah,
it. What do I like? I need. All right. Who's going first?
yeah,
Who's got
yeah.
first pick?
Let's. I got the wheel right here.
Because
Joey and
this
Reggie.
will
I'm
decide my
honestly hoping for a
strategy.
second pick.
I'm
No,
hoping for
me too.
second
Like
pick. I don't want the first
no,
pick. I
wait.
want the 2 and 3
You,
spot.
you you have a strategy,
You have strategy?
dude? I'm winging it. All right, let's
No, you're not. You know what you're
see what
about.
we got. Dang, that's your boy goes first.
Ah, all right. Okay. I told myself
And
I was going to do
oh
this if I
man,
had first pick. So,
here I have first pick.
oh, you have first pick.
I have first pick.
Oh, good,
Joey, your
good, good,
boy,
good, good, good,
your
good.
boy has first pick. No,
Okay. All
you
right.
get you get 2 and 3.
All right. Sweet,
Okay,
sweet. Good, good.
so so right now I have to go for star power right now. Like I'm building a lineup,
hmm Joey
and
Overhauled.
most people these are my cereals. And you know what? There's so many people that are like, dude, you gotta go CTC, you gotta go uh freaking Lucky Charms. You have all these things you have to go with. No, 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 what? You know what? Those are not my cereals. I know those are going to win me votes, and they are the star power I want, but I'm not going with that. I am going to go with my first pick. I'm taking Captain Crunch with berries.
Okay.
I'm going
All right.
there with berries. It's you
Mm-hmm.
know
Yep.
it's not one of the like maybe the most. It's definitely top five for most people, but like
hmm
usually that Captain Crunch, or not a Captain Crunch, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and
hmm
like those, that's like the top. It's just
Right.
I never grew up with it. Never enjoyed it. It's
Yeah.
just me.
Joey, that
Hmm.
is my like if I would give you a peak of cereals, that would be my peak. Like in my lifetime. Captain Crunch with berries. Like that's where
Yeah.
I've had like the peak. Now, I would not have gone with that with number one. So I'll go with that for my number one. All right, I got the next two picks. Here's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say if I'm going number one, I'm not gonna take that Captain Crunch because I knew you were gonna take him. Okay,
Yep.
but for my number one, I was gonna say this cereal. Every other cereal on this list, literally even Captain Crunch, I have at some point not craved it. Like it's just like I'm over it for right now.
Hmm.
Okay. This cereal has been the
Okay.
most
Okay.
consistent cereal out of everything. That's why I would have taken it number one because I know I can always come back to it. And that is Reese's Puffs.
Okay.
Yes, Reese's Puffs. I know it's not like it's just the most consistent. That's my own thing. I know it's not the best. It's not the best.
Yeah.
But for me, it's been the most consistent cereal in my
One
life.
one might one might argue that Reese's Puffs is the worst of like the peanut butter cereals. One might argue that. I
What is your take
personally,
on Reese's Puffs?
I I personally, what? We'll discuss this after. I have my thoughts, and
All right, all
it's
right.
yeah,
All right, all right.
yeah. All
Well,
right.
I get next one. Okay.
You get back to back. Yeah.
And I know this gets a lot of hate and a lot of love. Okay. And the biggest, you know, what you could say flaw in it is people complain about it gets soggy so quick. And I'm like, you know what? You just don't eat fast enough. I don't even care. It's good soggy. It's Fruity Pebbles. I'm taking Fruity Pebbles off
I
the board. Like
I love that take,
it's
honestly.
so good. I need it. It's
I love Fruity Pebbles. And it was I was waffling on my number one pick because I love Fruity Pebbles a lot. And I probably would have taken that second here if I could have, but I'm happy with my second pick. An underrated cereal for sure, but like an absolute just superstar here. I'm taking honeycomb.
Okay,
Honeycomb at my two.
honeycomb,
Um
dude. That's a sleep. That's a good
underrated
pick. Here's the thing. Yeah,
sleeper. Honestly, a forgotten cereal, but something that
yeah.
is whenever I have honeycomb, I'm like, why have I not eaten this every
Mm.
day? This is amazing. This is and like it like it's like kind of like the cereal that you said, on Reese's Puffs. Like it's just always there and it's
No, I
always
know
delicious.
what you
Like
mean.
I could eat honeycomb probably 5 days a week. If not, I could eat it all the time. I love honeycomb.
No,
And for my next,
I rate that pick.
yeah, this one's tough for me here. I have
Third
some ways I
pick.
could go here. Yeah, this is for my man. I could go healthy. I could go like some more star power, but I'm gonna go something that I've eaten a ton of, probably the most of in my life. I'm gonna go frosted shredded wheat. That's gonna be frosted
Okay.
wheat.
All right.
That's my third. It's I think it's overlooked as well. It's definitely not like, oh, I got a great old big old bowl of frosted wheat, but dude, it's always there. It's always
Mm-hmm.
good, and you get like, oh man, I love
Ooh.
frosted wheat so much. Mini wheat,
Okay.
as you would call
All right. Oh my. Oh boy. I don't want to do this. I was
it. Take
hoping you
Raisin
would take
Bran.
them.
You won't.
You were speaking on it at the beginning. CTC. I'm not telling
Yep.
you that's my pick. I'm just giving you my thought process. I personally think at one point in my life, it was my favorite cereal. Okay. I've come to realize more and more, I think CTC is a little overrated. Just a little bit. Okay.
Hmm.
You believe so as well?
Absolutely. Amen.
Like, I just something it just doesn't hit like I thought it used to.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a good cereal, but I just don't know if I can take it. Like it because I'm torn between that because I know at the peak, like at its peak, it was so good. But like sometimes it's just too crunchy. Like it's like almost
Hmm.
hurts to
Yep.
like to eat. Like I just something about it. Also, but okay, I have the next two picks. I'm just gonna take one.
You have the next two. Yeah. What you gonna do?
Overrated or not, I don't think this is my third best cereal, but I'm going to Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And I know you're not going to take
Okay.
him either. And I know that I could
Okay.
just save him, but I'm going Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
Now, my next pick is okay because I don't really need these two together. Like if you're going about strategy, this might be a bad pick just based off of strategy because I have Fruity
Okay.
Pebbles and this next one I'm thinking of is a fruity flavor, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
But I just don't
What do
know if
you?
I can
Oh man, you better not.
because I don't want you to have them. That's the thing. But
See, I'm nervous right now. I'm nervous.
yeah, I know what you think. I know. I think. Ooh. Here's the thing. I could let you have them.
You could. That'd be really nice of you. I'd greatly appreciate it.
I could just like throw a wrench in there. Because here's the thing. If I'm thinking of the five cereals that I want for the rest of my life, these two
Hmm.
are kind of similar, both fruity flavors, you know. So it's like, is it a good? I'm gonna let you have them. I'm gonna go for something different. Cocoa Pebbles. Okay, that's for something
Okay.
different. That's for
Okay.
more. This
Okay.
is for more variety. It's a strictly variety pick. Okay, I don't think this is better than the one I left on the board, but I'm going for
Yep.
variety, and I just don't want these two
Yeah.
cereals as my five options. So up to you
Okay.
now.
All right. On to me. See here. I'm thankful. And so where I think you were going with that was Apple Jacks.
Okay.
I personally, I don't know if you were thinking Fruit Loops or Apple Jacks. Apple
It's
Jacks. Apple
they're ki-
Jacks. Apple Jacks are clearly superior. Like I know they're
okay.
not as colorful and as rainbowy, but like that cinnamon flavor, I love Apple Jacks, and that is gonna be my fourth pick is Apple Jacks.
I had both of them on the
Such a
board.
great cereal.
I had both of them on the board. I was talking about Fruit Loops, but yeah, I wouldn't have taken Apple Jacks based off of the Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah. No, I
Like
get that. Like
it's
you
just
already have the fruit, and I needed. Well, I guess I have the berries, so like I technically have like the fruit, but honestly, I wouldn't even consider.
well, that's
I
just not
mean,
enough.
it's not enough. I agree. So here's where I'm a little torn. This is my
One
last
could
pick.
argue. One could argue you could just take the Captain Crunch berries. That's an elite. That's an elite
No, I already
cereal.
have the cabinet. I already have.
No,
Oh, just the
just the
berries.
berries. Just the berries. You ever
You
had
have to
that?
have the little. You have to have the yellow squares in there. You have to
I know
have
you
like it
do,
just
but
it
the
meshes
berries
so well.
are.
You have to have it.
Mhm.
So here
Anyway,
I'm gonna show. This is my last pick, so I'm gonna go kind of what I'm thinking right now. I have cinnamon life and I have peanut butter Captain Crunch peanut butter, and I have yeah cinnamon life. Those are my. I have to pick one of those two, and cinnamon life has been there my whole life. It's been a staple. I've been able to eat it all the time. But because I have honeycomb and frosted, I have mini wheats. I am gonna take the peanut butter Captain Crunch. I know it's murder
okay,
on the mouth, but it is it's just
dude,
it's a star power.
it's a
Like I
good
have
pick.
yeah, it's
That's
just
a
good.
good pick. Yeah, like going back to my Reese's Puffs. I don't care what you say about my Reese's Puffs. I took that because I needed that. Like, I'm not gonna turn my back on it just because. Like, it's the most cereal I've ever eaten. What's the most cereal I've ever eaten of one kind?
Probably mini wheats
Okay,
or
mine is
life.
Reese's Puffs.
Cinnamon life.
See,
Okay.
I would not. The mini wheats wasn't on my radar.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's not, you know, it's one of those guys that he's just quiet and he does his job. He's a role player. He's a role
Mm.
player
Yeah.
in the cereal division and he does it well. Like he's always good and dude, he fills you up. Like I actually like I'm
Mhm.
like a two bowl guy on mini wheats, but
Okay.
yeah,
All
I
right.
can I
I'm
eat some mini
going.
wheats.
I have my last pick, and I planned this out perfectly. I knew that you were not going to take this person because no one, this cereal, no one takes this cereal. It's just, it might be the most underrated cereal of all time. I'm willing to make that statement. It's the most underrated cereal of all time. Okay,
I
and a
know what
lot
you're
of
gonna
people
say.
haven't had it. Huh? You have no,
Oh,
I don't, there's no way you know.
okay. I was thinking you're gonna
It's,
go honey nuts.
it's a common cereal, like the brand, but part of the
Okay.
brand. I would go as if we were going like ranking like one, two, three, on cereals, I would have this top three without a question.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wow.
It is apple cinnamon Cheerios. Have you had a bowl?
Yeah.
Have you had a bowl
I've
of
never had a
apples?
bowl. I've heard you
That's what I'm
talk about it
saying.
though.
Huh? Yes. Now,
Yeah,
ha if you want to
I
just
think.
increase the experience of apple cinnamon Cheerios by three times the chaos, add honey to it.
See,
Dude,
now we're cooking. Now
I'm
we're getting
telling you.
somewhere.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's the best combo of cereal. Honey with apple cinnamon Cheerios literally could go number one. I'm not joking. It's just
Number one's that's crazy. I need to try this
no.
stuff. I need to try it.
You need to
I need to
try
try
this
it.
stuff.
I will.
Trust me.
I'm gonna go to my Walmart
That was my sleeper pick.
ASAP.
I knew you like
Okay.
who like apple cinnamon Cheerios. I don't know
Like
why
never
it's
heard of
not
it.
more common. It's the
Yeah.
green box on Cheerios, okay? So
I'm looking for that.
do yourself a favor.
I will. All right. Well, that
So
rounds out the draft. What?
go through your
Give me
team
a
and I'll go through
rundown.
mine. Okay?
Okay. All right. You go through yours first.
All right, I have number one, Reese's Puffs, Fruity Pebbles, uh, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cocoa Pebbles,
Mm,
and Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. I'm happy with that lineup. If those are
wow.
my five cereals to rest eat, I'm good. I'm
I'm
sad I
gonna be
don't.
honest here. In terms of star power, you clearly have the upper hand. Like you have some absolute
In
like
terms of star
Cocoa
power, I really
Pebble,
want Captain
Reese's Puffs.
Crunch.
No, Captain Crunch is star power. No, no, you have CTC, you have Cocoa Pebbles, you have Reese's Puffs. You have some absolute like hard hitters. And I feel like I have a few hard hitters, but so I have Captain Crunch berries, not all berries, just like mixed in, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Honeycomb, mini wheats, Apple Jacks, and the peanut butter Captain Crunch, which I think is
Mhm.
it's murder on the mouth. Obviously, Captain Crunch is. It just you expect to be hurting.
Yeah.
You're
Dude,
you can eat one bowl
what are you
before you're like in
eating?
pain. Yeah,
What are these manufactured in a
you're eating
factory? Like
it's asphalt. You're eating asphalt. Like you're eating little chunks. Like
what?
that's what it is. But dude, it's
But
so good.
it's
And like I'll
so
keep coming
good
back.
though.
I'll keep coming back.
That's
Like
why
it's
that's
yeah,
probably why it's not as consistent for me because at its peak it's so good. But like to eat it every day is kind of
it's
stupid.
crazy. Dude, like yeah, your mouth will be in tatters by the end. But
But I think
I
it
like
actually
my
helps in
list.
this case. Yeah, no, I think I respect your list
I think
100%.
if I had to go back, cinnamon life is like a key component. I could throw that in somewhere. I don't know what I would take out for it. I need the peanut butter Captain Crunch. I need the berries.
Hmm. Got to get them
Maybe over
berries.
frosted wheat. Maybe I don't know. I could no. I like my list. I'm not
All
changing
right.
it. That's and some people are gonna say Lucky Charms slept on. Lucky Charms
Oh
might be
my
the
word.
worst cereal.
Get Lucky
Lucky
Charms
Charms are actually so bad. Like
overrated.
they're
Can
so
we just agree right
unbelievably
now?
horrible.
Can we just agree right now? That's the most overrated cereal of all time.
I yes I
What other
agree.
cereal is more overrated than Lucky Charms?
Nothing. No, it's Lucky Charms.
Like
They're so unbelievably just booty. Like
what
they're
do
just not
people
good.
what do people see in Lucky Charms?
I
Like
don't know.
people
The
could go
marshmallows.
number one. Like,
I
are you insane?
I don't know. Then you have the psychopaths that like eat a bowl and they eat everything except for the
Oh my
marshmallows, which
word.
I respect. I respect like
I remember
the
doing that
order
as a
that you're
kid.
doing it in. Yeah, like I'm sure I've done it, but like I don't
If a
even like the
bowl,
marshmallows.
if a bowl is if you're eating a bowl of cereal, I remember I did this as a kid, Lucky Charms, you got my mom got Lucky Charms. But if you have a
Yeah,
bowl of cereal
yeah,
and you are 95% of the time you're just like suffering to get to the 5%, that's not a good
yeah.
bowl of cereal.
That's a horrible bowl of cereal.
And then you put them together. Put them together. You got the marshmallows, which are great. Then you put them with bread, hard bread.
Hard bread. I like that. Yeah.
Like,
Just
are you serious? No, absolutely not. Terrible.
I like that. I like the way you put that, dude. You know what? My first thought was The Office. Like you have like the
Okay,
trash, like
my sister just came to the door and just said you're wrong. You're wrong.
was that Candace? Was that
she's trying to
Erica?
give her case right now. Okay,
Is it Candace or Erica?
Candace.
You're wrong, Candace.
All right. You can leave now. Okay. I have nothing. Nope. Nope.
La 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 la. La.
La 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 la. Don't
Yep.
care. Joey agrees with
Mm.
me, so I'm good.
Hmm. I do. I do.